y'all, Matt from Mistakes on here, and I'm here to once again drop my thoughts on some of the interesting anime debuting in the 2023 summer anime season. And I think to start off, it's worth dropping some quick hits on the big returning anime. Jujutsu Kaisen's back for another 2 consecutive core season. Mushoku Tensei is back for season 2, and this season is starting with a special episode 0. Quintessential Quintuplets is coming back for another season, and they are having a theatrical pre-screening in Japan to debut this season. And after almost exactly a year, there's going to be another season of The Devil is a Part-Timer. Also, Ichigo is here to duke it out again in Bleach 1000 Year Blood War. And lastly, I want to talk about a little bit about the returning series of Horimiya Peace. The original Horimiya anime from 2021 basically covered the whole main storyline that was in the manga. And from what I understand, Horimiya Peace is going to be covering the stuff in the storyline that got skipped when they were making it into an anime. And when I was looking at the stuff for the show on My Anime List or on Live Chart, I didn't notice any episode lengths or episode counts. So I'm actually curious on how much stuff is going to be inside this series. But going into the fully new anime, one that I'm going into based purely on hype, just from the concept alone, is Reborn as a Vending Machine, I Now Wander the Dungeon, which is a title I think speaks for itself. Seems like the main premise for this isekai is that the main character is reincarnated as a vending machine, and this being an isekai, I'm pretty sure that it's not going to be distributing normal items. But the premise of this seems nice and dumb and is very much in my wheelhouse. And based on the trailer, it seems like it's going to be, a pretty fun looking anime. It seems to be focusing on a wide cast, and I'm hoping that it handles the wide cast in a similar way to how Handyman Saito in Another World handled it, where it seemed like everybody was, just interacting with each other and having a generally good time. But the second isekai on this list is going to be Okashi no Tensei. And honestly, this was very different from what I was expecting. Just based on the title and this having the isekai tag on it, I honestly thought that this was just going to be something like Shokugeki no Soma or Yakitaki Japan, but as an isekai. But this is far more of a story about a smart kid that helps his family grow their land into a prosperous kingdom. The kind of cooking part more so comes in as a driving force of the MC, where his motivation is to get stuff to cook with. And by doing stuff like, hunting enemies or farming the land, improving the land, or scheming against other kingdoms, that's how he gets his cooking ingredients. And that is how the plot is generally driven forward. As far as the OPMC goes, it's nice that this is an OPMC who, comparatively to other isekai at least, seems to have their head on right. Seems to make pretty good decisions that leads the series on some fun paths for the sake of food, and has a good time with the cast in general. But if you're looking for a very traditional kind of isekai story, I think you should really go check out Am I Actually the Strongest? This is a far more standard isekai story where a guy gets isekai'd with a magic power 10 times stronger than anybody else in the world, and in classic isekai fashion, he doesn't know it. The people in this world are unable to measure his power, so he ends up getting abandoned and thinking that he really has low magical power because of it. And through a classic series of anime isekai mishaps, he ends up being adopted by a royal family and gaining a really powerful familiar. And I think that it's about as standard isekai story as it gets. So the people who are really into the kind of junk foodie classic isekai story with a group of kind of good weirdos should really be into this anime. It also kind of has that kind of comedic element that The Eminence in the Shadows had. So if you like The Eminence in the Shadows, I think that this will probably be up your alley. But to finally step away from the isekai stuff, but not totally step away from a different world kind of story, Zombie 100 is the next anime that I want to talk about, because it is a classic trope of zombies, but with a, I think, nice, fun, slight twist. The main character of Zombie 100 is an overworked salaryman that works at a black company. Up until one day, zombies appear. and he realizes he doesn't have to work anymore, and he just feels relief. And this is a nice kind of twist on kind of the downer zombie stories, where this is basically a story about this guy living his best life during the zombie apocalypse. I think that if you like the Zombieland movies, you might actually be into this series as well. So if you're looking for a fun comedic take on the zombie apocalypse trope, with a cast that kind of have the good kind of these people are idiots sort of feel, and getting inspired to live your best life, I think that this would be a good show for you to check out. And lastly, of all the new anime coming out this season, this one is probably my most anticipated anime. This anime is called The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses. This is a very, very classic middle school romance story. As the title suggests, the basic premise of this series is that the female main character needs glasses, but she keeps forgetting them. So the male main character helps her with her daily tasks, and it kind of just snowballs from there. And I gotta say, as a person who used to wear glasses, the goofs in this are, I think, pretty good. And this is very much a mushy, good feelings rom-com anime. And I think that if in the spring 2023 season you liked The Dangers in My Heart, you should definitely check out this anime. But yeah, I think this video is slightly shorter than my other anime suggestion videos, but those are the series that I'm looking forward to this 2023 anime season. If you have any questions, comments, or clarifications on these or any of the other summer 2023 animes, drop a message in the comments. If you have any suggestions for anime that I didn't talk about, let me know about those ones in the comments as well. And if you made it this far into the video, I want to say thanks for watching, and I hope that one of the anime that I've been looking forward to for this season becomes one of the anime that you're looking forward to this season. And this has been The Mistake Zone, and we still have a lot of summer 2023 anime to watch.